Welcome to our video on the United States of America, a country known for its incredible diversity, rich history, and global influence. From its revolutionary beginnings to its rise as a world leader, the USA has shaped and been shaped by countless events and people. But what makes this country so unique? How did it grow from 13 colonies to a global superpower? And what challenges and opportunities does it face today? Let's explore the story of the USA and discover the answers together. The birth of a nation. The story of the United States begins in the early 1600s, when European explorers and settlers arrived in North America, seeking new opportunities, religious freedom, and a fresh start. Over time, 13 colonies were established along the eastern coast, each developing its own culture and way of life. The colonies thrived, but they also began to chafe under British rule, especially when they were taxed without having any say in British laws. This growing resentment eventually sparked the American Revolution in 1775, a bold and dangerous fight for independence against one of the world's most powerful empires. The revolution was driven by the colonists' desire for freedom and self-determination. Key figures like George Washington and Thomas Jefferson emerged as leaders, guiding the colonies through the struggle. In 1776, the colonies declared their independence with the signing of the Declaration of Independence, laying the foundation for a new nation, the United States of America. The war was long and difficult, but in 1783, the United States finally won its independence, marking the birth of a new nation dedicated to the principles of liberty and democracy. Expansion and Civil War. After gaining independence, the United States began to expand westward, driven by the idea of manifest destiny, the belief that Americans were destined to spread across the continent. This expansion was fueled by events like the Louisiana Purchase in 1803, which doubled the size of the country, and the annexation of Texas in 1845. Pioneers and settlers moved westward, exploring new territories and sometimes clashing with Native American tribes who had lived on these lands for centuries. The government's policies led to the forced removal of Native Americans, a tragic and often violent process that reshaped the nation. As the country expanded, so did the tensions between the North and South, particularly over the issue of slavery. The Southern economy relied heavily on slave labor, while many in the North were opposed to the expansion of slavery into new territories. These differences created deep divisions, leading to increasing hostility and eventually the outbreak of the Civil War in 1861. The Civil War was a brutal conflict that pitted brother against brother, with the Union, the North, fighting to preserve the nation and end slavery, while the Confederacy, the South, sought to maintain their way of life, including the institution of slavery. The war lasted 4 years and was one of the bloodiest in American history. In 1865, the Union emerged victorious, leading to the abolition of slavery and the preservation of the United States as a single, unified nation. The war's aftermath, known as Reconstruction, was a difficult period as the country struggled to rebuild and integrate formerly enslaved people into American society. The Civil War was a turning point in American history, setting the stage for the United States to become a stronger, more united nation. Industrialization and global influence. In the late 19th century, the United States entered a period of rapid industrialization and economic growth, known as the Gilded Age. Factories, railroads, and new technologies transformed the economy, creating vast wealth for industrialists like Andrew Carnegie and John D. Rockefeller, while also leading to harsh working conditions for many laborers. Cities grew rapidly as people moved from rural areas, and immigrants flocked to the United States in search of a better life. This era was marked by both incredible opportunities and significant inequalities, as the nation grappled with the challenges of a rapidly changing economy. As the United States became an industrial powerhouse, its influence on the global stage grew as well. The Spanish-American War in 1898 marked the country's emergence as a global power, resulting in the acquisition of territories like Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines. In the early 20th century, the United States played a crucial role in World War I, helping to defeat the Central Powers and reshape the world order. The interwar period saw significant social and economic changes, as well as the Great Depression, which had a profound impact on American society. However, it was World War II that truly solidified the United States' position as a global leader. During World War II, the United States became the arsenal of democracy, producing vast amounts of military equipment and supplies for the Allies. The war effort united the nation and spurred economic growth, leading to the defeat of the Axis powers and the establishment of a new world order. After the war, the United States played a central role in rebuilding Europe through the Marshall Plan and in creating international institutions like the United Nations, the World Bank, and the International Monetary Fund. This period marked the beginning of the United States' role as a global superpower, influencing the world economically, politically, and culturally. The Cold War and technological advancements. After World War II, the United States entered the Cold War, a period of intense rivalry and tension with the Soviet Union. This era was defined by the competition between the two superpowers for global influence, leading to numerous conflicts and crises, such as the Korean War, the Cuban Missile Crisis, and the Vietnam War. The Cold War also sparked the space race, with the United States and the Soviet Union vying to achieve significant milestones in space exploration. In 1969, the United States achieved a major victory by landing a man on the moon, a moment of immense national pride and a symbol of American technological prowess. The Cold War also led to significant advances in science, technology, and education, as the United States sought to maintain its competitive edge. Domestically, the post-war era was a time of economic prosperity, with the rise of a strong middle class and the growth of suburban America. Advances in technology, including the development of computers, telecommunications, and the early stages of the internet, began to transform American society and lay the foundation for the digital revolution that would follow in the coming decades. Despite the tensions of the Cold War, this period also saw significant social and cultural changes in the United States. The civil rights movement, the women's rights movement, and other social movements challenged the status quo and pushed the nation toward greater equality and justice. These movements reflected the changing values and aspirations of American society, as people sought to make the country more inclusive and fair for all. The modern USA, challenges, and global leadership. The early 21st century saw both prosperity and challenges. The dot-com boom of the late 1990s was followed by the dot-com bust and the financial crisis of 2008, which had a profound impact on the global economy. The crisis led to widespread unemployment, foreclosures, and economic uncertainty, testing the resilience of the American economy. In response, the government implemented significant financial reforms and stimulus measures to stabilize the economy and promote recovery. Despite these challenges, the United States has remained a leader in innovation, technology, and culture, with companies like Apple, Google, and Microsoft shaping the digital age. On the global stage, the United States continues to play a pivotal role in addressing issues such as international conflicts, climate change, and economic globalization. The country's military power, economic influence, and cultural reach make it a central player in global affairs. However, the nation also faces ongoing challenges, including political polarization, social unrest, and debates over immigration, healthcare, and education. These issues reflect the complexities and contradictions of a diverse and dynamic society. Reflecting on the journey. Today, the journey of the United States is far from over. The country continues to face new challenges and opportunities in the 21st century. Issues like climate change, technological advancements, and global interdependence are shaping the future of the nation and the world. How the United States responds to these challenges will determine its path forward and its role on the global stage. As we look to the future, it's important to remember the lessons of the past. The story of the United States is one of innovation, perseverance, and the power of people coming together to build a better future. Whether through the expansion of the frontier, the fight for freedom, or the pursuit of new frontiers in space and technology, the spirit of America has always been one of exploration and progress. Conclusion. The United States has become what it is today through a complex tapestry of historical events, cultural shifts, and societal changes. It is a nation built on the ideals of democracy, shaped by its people and continually evolving to meet the challenges of the present and the future. The story of the United States is a testament to the enduring strength of its ideals and the resilience of its people, a story that continues to unfold with each passing day. As we continue to witness the United States' ongoing journey, we are reminded that history is not just about the past, but also about the future we are shaping. The lessons learned, the progress made, and the challenges overcome all contribute to the nation's character. The United States is not just a country, it is an idea, a work in progress, and a beacon of hope for many. This journey is far from over, and the chapters yet to be written will reflect the values, dreams, and aspirations of its people.